Augustus Lindbergh will attempt what no man has ever dared. He will attempt to fly the Atlantic non-stop, New York to Paris, alone, all alone. Lindbergh and other pilots, some of them famous, are after a $25,000 prize offered by a hotel owner. But it is the young unknown stunt flyer, wing walker, male pilot who moves first. The man, a monoplane he calls the Spirit of St. Louis, the partnership Lindy calls We. With 4 sandwiches and 3 letters of introduction, we, alone, take off from soggy Roosevelt Field on this dismal morning, May 20th. The time, 7:52 a.m. The goal, Paris. But Paris is 3,610 miles away. Throughout the world, there is only one story, Lindbergh. One single emotion sweeps the United States. 120 million people merge their hopes, their prayers, their aspirations with a lone boy challenging hostile, limitless space. Now the ordeal begins. The Lone Eagle, flying the great circle course over Nova Scotia across Newfoundland, heads out into the uncharted void above open seas, where none before has ventured alone and lived. And hour by hour, the world below waits and waits and waits. Storms and worse, sleep. We have no heat, no radio, no lights, few instruments. Turn back, turn back. Should we turn back? The weather behind is as bad as the weather in front. Lindbergh goes on. Sometimes we fly at 10,000 feet. Sometimes it is only 10, judging wind and drift from foam blown by the whitecaps. Hour after hour after hour. There is only one story, Lindbergh. The French, remembering their own flyers, Nungesser and Collie, lost over the Atlantic only a few days ago, fear for Lindbergh. All alone, he has no chance. A boat. Are we on course? Lindbergh flies on. And then soon he sees land. Ireland. The Spirit of St. Louis is on course. In Paris, there has been no word since Lindbergh was sighted off the Irish coast, hours ago. Perhaps the report was false. Why isn't he here? Outside Paris, at Le Bourget airfield, 100,000 Frenchmen. A chill wind is blowing. Then, exactly 10:16 p.m., a sound out of the darkness of night, the throb of a single engine. Cette fois, ça va. This time, it is done. Lindbergh in Paris. After 33.5 hours of flying, an emotional explosion. He becomes the hero of the world. Europeans want him for their own. But President Coolidge sends the cruiser Memphis to bring Lindbergh home to Washington to be decorated, honored, and hailed as conqueror of the air, idol of the nation. It will be many and many a day before the lone eagle is alone again. Washington is in the dither, but in New York, well, in New York there is pandemonium as Lindbergh flies into the harbor on this 13th day of June, 1927. Dewey after Manila Bay, the troops after World War I, Lindbergh home from Paris surpasses them all. As usual, Will Rogers sums it up. The great thing Lindbergh demonstrates is that a person can still get the entire front page without murdering anybody. America turns in relief and thanksgiving from crime and cynicism and scandal to gallantry and courage and adoration of a 25-year-old boy who personifies both.